What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. It's in a different place. Probably no one's watching, but fuck Twitch. I'm tired of their goddamn fucking bullshit. And just kept fucking repeatedly for like transcodes, wouldn't give me them. Would basically lock out everybody else because I run things at pretty high bit rates, and it was just either giving everything or literally 360p, which is unfucking believable. And any server I went to was having this problem. Since I only get to play video games about one goddamn time a day per week, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let's jump over to YouTube. I can stream there too. Nobody will watch me here, but fuck it. Let's do it anyway. So this is a stream I'm doing over on YouTube, trying out some different things here. Put up a link on my Twitter. Like I said, I don't think anyone's going to show up whatsoever, and I don't have anything configured to show me who's in chat or what anything else like that you have set up for Twitch, so YouTube is still sucking dick on that. But at least so far, this seems to be working. It's not causing too much of a problem. It's actually working. It instantly gave me 1080p at a high bitrate that I'm streaming at, so that's fucking good news for a goddamn change. So we're going to go through and keep playing some Control. Got some new headphones, got to deal with that shit. Ridiculous smallest fucking controller, like a cable ever. I got to look at buying a bigger one. They give you, it's a Sennheiser, was it HD 599, basically 599, there's what it was. And they're not too bad for comfortable. They're open back, not the best things here, but I really got a really good price on it. But this is like the shortest fucking cable I've ever seen for a 3.5 millimeter. Like, here you go, here's like a 6.5 that nobody uses. It's like, and that one's like literally like 10 feet long, and this one's like a foot. So I gotta look at swapping out a different cable. Well, let's get this goddamn game going here before I get even more fucking pissed off. Alright, so we're on the Panopticon right now. So we'll see how this runs. And let's see. Okay, cool. So stream looks like it's pretty much okay. Just gonna pause the stream there. Here, I got the chat open still. The computer's still doing the weird thing where it's basically making like OBS, like not OBS there, but the chat windows that I have open, the preview windows just start chunking like crazy. You see these new headphones. They're not as bassy. They're a little more leveled out. They can do bass, but they also bring up a lot of the mids and stuff, so... Door open. Very durable telephone, I must say. Basket. It's like a fan. Like a mallet for a carnival type game.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
See trouble out there. Hi there.
Is anyone there?
Oh, poor Philip.
Hello? Is anyone there?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shift replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn. I can't, I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back, I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
Oh geez, you have to wait until he's... Wait until after Dylan's been found. Good lord. So no matter what, you have to let this guy die. He's not going to make it. Reflection of myself.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
Oh yeah. I believe this is where I learned how to fly, finally. Yep, everything's fine. Everything's normal. Nothing to be alarmed at. Whatsoever. this. Alright, test. Cool. Okay, so chat comes up from the bottom. Okay, just curious. Like I said, I'm expecting nobody to see this stream tonight. There we go. Now I have movement. For whatever reason, I didn't have to move my right stick. I wasn't sure if there's a bottom there. I was like, I'm gonna fall to my death. Oh, I'm good. They're all invincible. Perfect. Say shit, can't see what's hitting me. Where is he at? Where's he at?
That thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss.
Wasn't even sure if I was
No one
actually
here does.
hurting him. Alright, so mods are full. So we got energy cost 15 for launch. It's 12. Break this down. Full, so I have damage 24. The problem with this game is they give you a lot of different mods and stuff, and it just takes, you know, it's like It's not as bad as other games like a Neo or anything else where just dumps crap upon crap on you here, but it can get to be a lot.
Okay, the TV. Another object.
Object of power.
Of power going nuts.
Here we go again.
Use the TV slash babysitter. I love that. Superhero over the object. Ooh. Yeah, so if you double tap it, to hold it down, you do this. But if you double tap it, you can slow your descent. Doesn't last forever. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Since I'm streaming over on YouTube right now for today, I'm going to go full crazy because it lets you do that stuff. Death from above.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Oh yeah. I love Levitate. It is like the best. Oh no, OBS can now access my Google account. Really? I'm trying to see like how I can see my own stream. Here we go. History. Cool. Just so I can see what it looks like on preview window. Advanced, we'll go 1080p 60. Yeah, it looks like it's doing pretty well. Visuals look a little bit dark, maybe? We'll see. If anyone's out there watching, let me know if it's a little bit too dark. I can always adjust it, make it brighter. This game always loves to do ambushes. Reload. Thank you. There we go. Dead. D-E-D. I know the game's like, here, you should fly yourself up, but it's like, I'm trying to get back to the guy who needs help, who's like literally looking at death. This was the, yep, it is control point. Can I get myself a new weapon for him? Upgrade Pierce. Nice. Yes, that's the only difference. This is normal, and then you switch to Pierce, and you just get slightly up close. Not kind of worth it for 12. But I do like it. It's got armor break, and I can put on damage while aiming even more. Just stupidly make this thing really ridiculously strong. Okay, so it's saying I still need to try to save Dylan. Jeez. Like, I'm trying, dude. Yeah, it is a little bright, a little dark on the game. Let's see. Display brightness. Kick it up to 55. See how that looks. Hello, Unison. Nice to see you too. This is my first time streaming over on YouTube in quite some time because Twitch was just being jerks. So hopefully everything's looking and sounding okay. I can fly. Oh, wrong weapon. That would have been bad. I'm like, oops. Okay. Oh. Remember in previous, like, early days of this game, it actually let you pick up, like, forklifts and stuff. Okay, that was unexpected. I did not expect it to happen. Lesson learned. Forklifts will explode. Spawn. Down there's where they want me to go. Just taking a look and exploring. So you always find fun stuff. Fifth floor. Okay, so it's ready to go anyway. Water cooler. Oh look, a crowbar. Is this a Half-Life 2 reference? Maybe.
Dylan. He's so close.
Seen your video of playing Ninja Gaiden. Yep, it's one of the many games I like to play. I decided, well, let's give Ninja Gaiden a little break for a little bit and play some other stuff. And I've been wanting to get back into playing Control, because this is a amazing game I recommend for everybody to play and try
Can you hear
out.
me? Jesse.
It's not on PC, because you can run this game like 60 frames per second, but I think like even trying it on my PS5, it was like 30 still. I'm like, boo. But yes, I love Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, all sorts of fun stuff like that, and play a whole bunch of games. So where was that?
Are you there, Jesse?
Yep.
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others.
No, I don't think he's telling the truth.
I'm on my way.
Mostly because I played this game before.
We need to get back.
Second, gotta readjust. This is one of those lovely games where if you pull the mouse outside of the game, it decides to pause it for you. It's like, no, I just want to make a quick adjustment.
See my brother.
Floor material. 9:30, breakfast is brought in, gets out of bed, asks for television to be turned on, lunch, grabs in the toilet. Anything up top? Don't think so. Yeah, everything seems normal. Writing my name in whatever this is, probably fecal matter. Yeah, that's normal. It's a good brother. Yeah, that's the thing is that PlayStation 5 price is pretty high. Like I got a disc version, so it was like $500 because I'm in the States. But I mean, and people are still trying to look for them. Like my friend, she's been looking for one for her kids for since they've come out just about. And the easiest way I found to get one, if you're still looking for one, you know, if you can afford the price, which is pretty high, is through the PlayStation, like directly through Sony, because they're doing like a PSN sign up. So if you had a PlayStation Network account, which is free, sign up for it. And usually it's around a 2-month wait, I've found. Just putting your name into it, and after about 2 months, they'll send you an email saying, hey, be here at this time and date on this link, and you can download, you can, actually not download, you can buy a console, buy a game, like buy a PS5. So that's how I got mine. Told my friends about it, they all got theirs that way. And crazy enough, I actually got a second one this week. Not for myself. Apparently, when I put it in for like the first time, I did it like 2 or 3 times because it doesn't tell you like just put it in once and you're good. So I was like doing like once a week until I finally got mine after about 2.5 months. But they sent me an email saying, hey, this October 14th, you can buy a PlayStation 5 at this link. So I let my friend know who's been wanting one for her kids for a while. I'm like, hey, it's like, you know, I have the money for it here. You know, if you want to forward it to me, I can get it shipped to your house. And I was thinking, I didn't know if it was going to work or not, because it's supposed to be one per household per account. But they're like, if you're shipping it somewhere else, it's fine. So I was able to buy the PlayStation 5 she was trying to get a hold of. So that was kind of nice. But yeah, it's crazy that even now it's still hard to get PS5s, but I'm seeing Xboxes show up in stores. We've had Xbox Series S's, the lesser one, in my stores where I live probably for about the 6 months now. And just within the last month, I'm seeing a lot of Series X's be on the shelf, and everyone just wants PlayStation.
Alright, I won't take up too much of your time.
And I don't really blame them. I have a Series X myself, and last time I turned it on was maybe about a month or so ago to play Ninja Gaiden.
Alright, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to get your perspective. What do you think of her? What kind of person is she? That sort of thing.
I adored my sister. When I was little, I mean, back in Ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau. If she wanted to. But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about me. She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So, she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
Can you help us
What
track
about
her
family
down,
and friends?
please?
Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait, we're not...
Yeah,
End
we're
of session.
done. Have I played Ninja Gaiden Remastered or the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection? Yes, I have. Actually, it's not too bad. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories
Like I
around
said,
it
I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
because people are like, well,
I just
it's the
wanted to
Sigma
know
games, and the Sigma games suck, and they've been censored. Kinda, yeah. At the same time, however, they'd lost the master code for the Xbox versions, which really sucks. Which is why I'm a big fan of emulation and game preservation, things of that nature. Just for those exact same things there. So even like for Sigma 2, they had to rebuild about 15% of the code. They didn't have a full complete code of it. But if you have it on PC, there is a guy named Fiend Busa, who is a modder, and he has been doing phenomenal work getting Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 to play just like the Xbox 360 version. At first, like, it was this really kind of crazy over-the-top mode type deal, where it's like all of a sudden you just have like a crazy amount of people rushing at you, and now he's actually gone back and made it so it's closer to one-on-one for what the 360 did for in terms of when enemies would spawn at certain places, how they would spawn in, limb detachment. Gore has been put back into the game as much as it can, and I just saw the more recent mod is he's getting limbs actually to stay in place once they get lopped off. So that's just like the 360, which is pretty awesome. So it's not too bad. So I recommend if you have the PC version, pick it up, check out the mods. They're pretty cool. I recommend them. If you have a PC that can emulate things well, you can actually play Ninja Gaiden 04 and Ninja Gaiden Black on your PC through the Xemu, which is XEMU emulator, which I've actually done on stream a couple times. Okay, so I'm on 5th level. Can I keep going higher? Can't quite get up there. Yeah, they took out the online. Like, Ninja Gaiden 3 was pretty much neutered. It was like, the best version of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge was actually the PlayStation 3 version, but it had a massive problem with it. Whereas if you did the Infinite Karma glitch twice, it would just completely hard lock the system. It raised it up to like about an 85% chance, I figured, when I used to speedrun it. But they had the code. They didn't have the code for it. They only had the code for the 360 version, and they took that out for the specific release, which really sucks. Because the Infinite Karma glitch was in every single version of Ninja Gaiden up to that point. So they intentionally took it out for this release, which is pretty lame in my book. Okay, no one's behind me, but there's a lot of health. So, and also, like, not only did... Okay, somebody else is still alive here. So, yeah, so they took out the Infinite Karma glitch. They also got rid of the online, but I don't think people were playing that anyway, and I can see why online being taken out, because that means extra stuff you have to support and pay for and patch. And I work in IT, so... yeah, people are always like, just leave a server running. It's like, you can't quite do that, because you gotta constantly stay on top of things and patch it and make sure it's secure, and updates, and... all other sorts of fun things that people don't realize, and servers are not cheap. That's the other thing. Levitation, duration, I got 3, what can I do here? Gotta do it. Launch. Well, it's just a lot of stuff people don't really think about is all, and I know lots of different trivia that's not really needed and useful, and so I'm a repository full of information like that that no one cares about. Alright, somebody else is still out here and still alive. Now they're not, apparently. Okay, cool. Is this guy going to die, or can I finally get him?
Hey, what can I do?
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you, thank you. If I look away, I don't know what this thing will do. You have to get me out of here. The door can only be opened by the Panopticon supervisor. That's Langston, if he's still around.
Langston. Yeah, I know him. I'll go ask him how to get you out.
Please hurry. My eyes, they can't.
Hey, calm down. Just focus. What's your name?
Like, stop talking and run, grab the person I need to live.
And I think I can hold on for a bit. It's just my eyes. My eyes hurt so much.
Just hang on, Philip.
Okay, how do I change? Forgetting how to change what my objectives are, missions. Like the game's like, yeah, you can fly now. This is now an option for you. There's a healing orb around here somewhere. Something's healing these guys.
There's someone named Philip up in a cell. He's watching a refrigerator and very rapidly losing it.
Philip? Oh shit, I forgot about fridge duty. He's been in there for over a day, I totally forgot.
You forgot about him?
There's a lot going on. The hiss, the Benikoff TV. Considering the number of things I'm juggling, ma'am, I think it's...
Listen, it's fine. We just need to get him out of there. He said you'd be able to open the cell door?
Yeah, I can unlock it on my terminal. There. Done. Door open. But Philip can't just leave. The fridge is behaving erratically. Ocular contact is the only thing that seems to placate it. If we don't have someone in there watching it 24/7, people will die.
I'll figure something out. I'm pretty good with these things.
Being pretty good with altered items isn't standard Bureau procedure, ma'am.
He doesn't know us very well.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here.
They did hear about the game Nier Automata. They're going to make an anime version. Do you think it's true? Yes, and it is true. I've actually seen the preview videos for it. So, quality? Don't know. It's a game that I recommend just like this one. Nier Automata was one of my games of, I think it was 2017 it came out. It is like a game I recommend everybody to buy and download, even if the only way you can play it's on the Switch. And play it to the end. That's the other fun thing too, is that I hear people like, they get done with 2B and they're like, yeah, I'm done. Like, no, keep playing. Because I hear a lot of times that they have to play the game 5 times for the true ending and they freak out. They don't know that, one, you play as 2B, then you play as 9S, and that 9S is a straight up slog, because you have to pretty much do the same events again with slightly more expanded information with him. Kind of sucks. I'm not a fan of it. I was just like, just get through with it. Then when you get done with 9S's ending, then the game becomes a sequel onto itself, and it gets wild. It is amazing. It just keeps getting better and better and better. So I tell people to play it all the way through. It is amazing. It is one of my all-time favorite games. Now, interestingly enough, I've never played the first one. I got into it because I was aware of it, but I never played the very first Nier. Still running around over here. So it's on my list to play. I was gonna play it like in concurrent with this game, but I was like, no, let's finish this one first. And then I'll play Nier. Whatever they call it, Nier Replicant, I think it is. Looking for the orb, but I don't see it. But for the Nier Automata anime, it'll be interesting. I have a feeling they're just going to retell parts of it up to maybe 2B's first ending. I don't know if they're going to go like the full all the way thing here. Do you think it's worth playing PS4 version or Nintendo Switch? I would say probably go PS4. If you don't have a PC that can run it, PC for the longest time was a broken, crappy version. But it's been fixed now. It runs perfectly fine. The bloom issues, everything, it's all been taken care of. It runs just perfectly fine. It's actually like the best way to play it personally. But I would say run up to that. If you have a choice between Nintendo Switch or PS4, I would say PS4 just because you get the better frame rate. Because it is an action game, the closer you can get to 60, the better. And of course, if you do eventually get yourself a PS5, that's disc version. If you have a disc copy of the game, then you can play it on there, and it's going to run perfectly flawless, 60 frames per second. So I would personally advise the PS4 version. 1 second here, gotta adjust my door real quick. In here, gotta set up some stuff here in the room. There we go. Alright. Yeah, Switch version has like all the DLC. I can tell you right now the DLC is all cosmetic, except for one little small battle arena that you can fight your way into. Not really worth it, honestly. In my opinion, at least. Excuse me as I blow my nose real fast. But like I said, if you've never played it, by all means, go ahead and do that. It's got an amazing soundtrack. Play it through all the way till you get to the E as an Edward ending.
Hello? Jesse? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
You can't open the door right now. Now you can.
If I look away, it hurts me.
Oh boy, boss fights. I forgot about this.
This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot about this part here, is it takes up part of the floor, so you can't see where it's really taking out part of the floor because of how close the camera is to you. But you gotta be careful of that. Oops. Remember, it gives you like at least two different, oh god, I'm way back here. Two different fights of this. Oh boy, another long elevator ride. Whee! Stellar Blade. Isn't that like the, was a Korean developed game where it looks kind of like Bayonetta and Ninja Gaiden smashed together and lady in like a green suit with the big butt and breast physics that everyone was freaking out about a year ago and they toned down since? Looks interesting. I'll definitely give it a try if that's the game I'm what I'm thinking it is, if I remember right. Okay, so let's go here and save first, so if I screw this up and die again, we don't have to go as far.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip? Philip?
So there was another game I've been waiting years for called Lost Soul Aside. It was in development for PS4. There's been demos out of it, and like trade shows and stuff, but nobody's been able to play it. They refuse to put out a demo so people can try it, and it's like,
I can't understand it.
it's still coming out. It's still coming out. I'm like, I doubt it. Can't dodge. I'm out of dodging. No, finally let me grab one. Oh, come on.
Wait, there's no Black Pyramid here. The fridge seems fixed. Did fighting that thing off change something?
By the way, Philip's dead. Damage low health 49. Holy cow. That's a biggie. I need one more corrupted sample that I can upgrade this bad boy. Shatter I don't really use, so I'm kind of holding off on it. It's basically like a mini shotgun. I found the Pierce to be more effective. Hey! And Evan AJ is playing Control as well. Good for him, man. Control's an awesome game. Here's that stupid word. Gentlemen. Ranger Bob, not cool. We'll hug it out. Devil May Cry, that's a good comparison. Hilma style.
You guys didn't bring, like, checkers or anything, did you?
Any active duty security personnel found engaging in non-sanctioned leisure activity.
How'd it go? Where's Philip?
Philip's gone. Something happened before I could get him out.
Poor Philip. He never did like fridge duty. But if you're here, then who's watching the fridge?
The fridge is fine now. I took care of it.
You don't just take care of altered items. What did you do?
I touched it and wound up in the astral plane. This thing was in there. It was huge, had one big eye. Wasn't friendly.
We've been getting reports from the astronauts lately about something fitting that description. The astral plane is usually connected to our world through objects of power, not altered items. If this thing is linking itself to altered items, then it's clearly powerful. This may happen again.
Do you think that thing is what got Philip?
Must have been. The Panopticon is a dangerous place. The agents all know the risks. But, since you're some sort of altered item whisperer, I've got a list of others for you to corral. The Hiss are causing containment breaches left, right, and center. Here, start with these. I'll see if there are any others missing while you're gone. My life just got a whole lot easier.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Alright, let's see. Let's do energy recovery speed. I think that'll definitely help out. Let's see, need to get back to... We'll just fast travel to... Central Executive.
Is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
Yeah, it's about the Hiss. They just chant nonsense over and over.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him.
My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Light events.
Did she have to write everything in a made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit. God.
And back here. Television show proposal. Based on the success of America Overnight, we'd like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment, in order to popularize these concepts among the civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranormal events. We also use a solid media outlet to test paranormal concepts on civilian audiences, seeing how they react to certain facts, presented as fiction, in the event the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses we could purchase and reboot, rather than starting from scratch. One particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone are precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs, has been off the air for a few years now. Is that your cat's very adorable? Nope, I actually have NVIDIA broadcast on, so you can't hear anything in the background. I'm actually clapping my hands right now, and you probably can't even hear me clapping them. This stuff is like magic.
Fuck, if they're in there, we go around that way. Yeah.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous.
Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought him back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. We're gonna get through this.
I think this is the DLC. So when I played this game, the DLC wasn't out yet. I got like the first one that came out. Got kind of confused on where to go, and then started playing some other games, so I think this might be tied to it. Yeah, because last time you didn't have to earn jukebox tokens, so that's a little bit different.
Good luck out there.
Okay, what's the upper level? Is that just... as in here upper level?
Why haven't we dissected that freak mutation we locked up?
Yep. Yeah, this is perfectly normal.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can you
but
hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
Into the way you've always been in there. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am?
Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign.
What is this game about?
Do
A
you
lot of
know
crazy
who
stuff.
you
I'll explain
are?
in a minute.
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please?
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You! You came in through the hole in you! We let you in! You've always been here! The only truth! A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy!
Stop it!
Orange peel!
Shit! Shit! He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunder's hum.
So the basic premise of the story is that, like, you start off walking into this government building, you're completely lost, you don't understand what's going on. Some guy kills himself, and then you become what's known as the new director. You have, like, this special gun, and all these different superpowers you're slowly learning and so forth. And it's like a secret government organization that is in charge of all sorts of weird paranormal stuff that happens throughout the world. People seeing ghosts or aliens or other things like that are a result of these different, like, things from other dimensions trying to break through into ours. And they're inside this, like, place called the Old House. It's like this hidden building in New York City that only people that it wants it to see can see and get in. And it's constantly shifting and moving, and portals to different realms and realities, all sorts of crazy stuff. But basically, like, Jessie, when she was a kid with her brother Dylan, they found this slide projector in this small town in Kansas. They turned it on, and it started opening up reality. It's like portals to other worlds. And one of these things was Polaris, which is that's kind of like the fractal-looking thing you see when Jessie talks sometimes. Bonded with her brain, helps protect her, keeps her safe, and has been guiding her. Then, like, basically bad demons started, like, bad demons, whatever you want to call them, aliens, whatever, started coming through other different portals. And they managed to shut down the projector, but it killed, like, all the adults in town. Everybody just went missing, except for Jessie and Dylan. Jessie ran and hid. The Bureau, the agency here, the control agency, ran in. They grabbed Dylan and the slide projector, and she's been looking for him for, like, 20 years. And finally, after all these years of waiting and looking for him, you finally find him here in this building, and all sorts of crazy stuff happens. So it's definitely a game that I recommend people to play themselves and pick up and read all the different little like information things you pick up, because it fills in a lot more of the game history and different kind of crazy fun stuff about it that you may recognize. The closest thing I have to kind of to compare this to would be the television show Fringe, which was on the air a couple of years ago, and that was like a section of the FBI that was involved just basically in investigating paranormal stuff, and crazy things would happen. Like there was a whole season where they actually went into a parallel version of our universe, but they don't have certain things we have, like coffee and chocolate doesn't exist in their reality, but they're like 40 years ahead of us technology wise. So there's like different trade-offs here and there. It was a really interesting show. But I would say that Control is kind of like if they made Fringe into a video game, this is what it would have been like.
Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow.
See what else you can tell me.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden.
That's my name!
But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror of the infinite right. You are a worm through time.
Let's see, where is it going to put me the closest to where I need to go? Containment Prime Candidate Program. Okay. So I need to get back to containment. Yeah, I was jumping into logistics. missed this last time. I think I'm heading the right way. Nope, I'm going all the way over to sealed threshold hall. Yeah, let's try getting back to logistics. See if I can get in where I need to go through security. Actually, let's see, I'm at the turntable. The turntable is where I need to get to eventually. I don't think I can get into there just yet. Oh no, this is the place with all the clocks and stuff. Okay, never mind. Yeah, there's one part of this building that they found is like, for whatever reason, this clock keeps replicating itself over and over and over, so they sealed it off. There's an object of power in there that's just like creating them, but it is a very, very strong one, kind of near end game one you want to tackle then, not sooner. Let's try... I'll still go logistics and run up to security. It's very easy. I mean, this place is very confusing. It changes a lot there, so even a map, if you have it, still not a guarantee you're going to know exactly where you need to go. Okay, so just run up north. Going through medical. I gotta scratch my eyes. Continuing onward. Ooh, okay, so... that's bad stuff. This will kill me. This is like mold. And eventually, you will be able to go down to where there's a mold infestation starting to come in again from another... something from a dimension leaked over into ours. So, yeah. There's mold spreading all over the place and, like, zombies because of it. And this game is crazy as hell. You also sell goodies. Launch efficiency mod. So that's 15 and this is 18. We'll take that. Break down this. And just looped around. Okay. Next to his door. If I go down in this stuff, I die, so. There it is. Like, where's the orb? It's an object of power, but I can't clean this one just yet, because like I said, if I go down into this stuff, it's going to hurt me. Zoom. Okay, yes, I didn't do that last time. I think there was like an ambush in here. I just ran for the objective. So now I can shortcut through here in the future. Ooh, video time.
August 4th, 1964. We discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered world event case in the New York City subway tunnels. The agents found their way up into the building. Once we became aware of it, it was there. For the rest of the population, it was hiding in plain sight. A slippery blind spot, seemingly discouraging observation. It's a place of power, an ongoing AWE of its own, seemingly adhering to its physical outer constraints and yet constantly breaking the known boundaries of reality. It's unstable, shifting. Note, for more details on control points and the research and process to stabilize and secure the core sectors, refer to a separate presentation. After extensive research and investigation, the Bureau made the building its headquarters on November 13th, 1968. The Federal Bureau of Control was never out in the open. This was always an obfuscated, classified top-secret operation. So imagine our surprise when the building's observation-resistant aspects began in some unquantifiable way to affect the Bureau as a whole.
The entire building's an object of power. They don't understand how it works, and like new technology freaks it out. So that's why everything here is like more retro and old stuff, like 60s, early 70s technology for the most part. And it's just like, it's one of the insane things where like, yeah, we don't understand how this thing works, but we're going to move all our entire agency into this object of power. And it's a building in New York City that only select people can see, and the people who work for the organization, which is actually part of the recruitment tool, as if you can see and enter this building. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. So there's a building in New York City that nobody else can see except for a select few who work here. The lore in this game is just so much fun.
While investigating a suspected altered world event case in the New York City subway tunnels. The agents found their way up into the building. Once we
Lobe. No unique powers or procedures required. Context should be limited. Handmade, set in dark wood. Let's see here, blah blah blah. While the continents and oceans are recognizably those of Earth, careful examination has revealed numerous blank. There's probably other like places that don't exist on ours, but does on there, and other geographic additions that do not exist on our planet. One of these islands has a city marked on it named Panrelo. There are no signatures left by its maker. Physical contact renders subjects dizzy and disoriented, with some reporting a feeling of unfamiliarity with their surroundings. This effect seems to grow worse with prolonged contact, culminating in a sense of listlessness and depression. Suicide has been observed in blank handlers. It's like, yeah, there's a alternate world globe. Oh. Not cool, sir. Not cool. Oh yeah, that stupid mirror. Oof.
Find new prime candidates. The Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
Oh yes, this hallway is cool. The longer, if I think this is the hallway I'm thinking of, it actually starts curving up and around when you go in there. It actually warps itself. No, this is the hallway. Yeah. These guys are very strong. I was looking for this stupid thing. There, now I have a chance of beating this guy over here. Yeah, let's have our office building here. Nice place. So this is where the truth is finally shown. Is that P6 is your brother, Dylan. P7 might be someone even closer.
I wish things had gone differently in Orden.
Ordinary. So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, Prime Candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy had so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. Like, I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Like, oh, the boy's clearly dangerous. We can work with it.
Scary for us. But wishing won't change things.
Ordinary.
Fine. Being the projector will.
So much coming coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean...
Autopsy of somebody Dylan killed. Just smashed into pieces.
It's saying something. The boy. Dylan Faden. Prime candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
They've been tracking me for a while. Got an outfit, alright. Part Cheyenne, went to Nebraska, Des Moines, moved all the way over here. So they're tracking me since September until I showed up here in New York City.
We used to play there all the time. We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe.
Yes, this person basically was like posing as the therapist, but they were with the agency.
And other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was... We found a way in, deeper into it, like...
All the times I felt paranoid. I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small? Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together. In one form or the other? Maybe.
I studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
That seems fun. Oh, that was cheap.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates.
Yep, this game does have, like, FMV moments to it. Because, like, your character that I'm playing as, like, Jessie, trying to get a better look at her face here, is actually modeled after a real person. And they did, like, FMV segments to kind of blend everything all together. It's kind of cool. It's all screwed up here, sir. Here we go, cleansing point.
We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
Secret! Yeah, and this game is also tied into another game, the first game that this company made, which was Alan Wake. And there's actually DLC for this, which ties the two of them together even more, which is pretty cool. So, Alan Wake's a game I have not played. Jay, who was a regular on my Twitch streams, suggested it to me. It's on my list of games to play eventually. But he's like, if you like this game, you're going to love Alan Wake. So, Alan Wake and Control are tied together. They're in the same universe. Where are we at on the map here? Turntable. Okay, so transit corridor is what I need to remember to go back to. Ooh, I can dress in sweats. Comfortable. down there. Trying to find something was right next to me. Gnosis Lab was over there. It's by parapsychology. Okay.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head.
I've already contained that thing.
Killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
There's this thing I already fought, the giant eyeball thing. Here we go. Papers go fly! Okay, that's funny. I've never had this happen before. Pretty awesome, though. Hypnosis lab. Downward. Oh, I think I see... Yep, stuff over here. Damage after kills 53. Oh, that is huge. Hold on to that. Oh yes, these guys. They're all bad guys, but they're all hypnotized right now.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Oh boy, puzzle time. I'm gonna find the answer somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's it. Not very secure for their passwords, no.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, please state your name for the record.
Now we can hear it a little bit easier.
Warren, astronaut, first class. And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Mark, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in
Oh, that's right. Where you at? You just spawn somebody else, please. Thank you. Now you fight for me. Jesus. So now I can take people who are damaged and turn them into drones to fight for me, which is awesome.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Yeah. Then you get down to Ritual Division. Do this one. It pays to do the side stuff because you can unlock new abilities. I mean, you can go through the game without this, but I mean, everything you have in your arsenal that's going to help, the better. Wait for me now. It amuses me. That was rude. think they blew themselves up. But not quite. There they are. Couldn't see them. Ooh, it's kind of cool. Okay, there's a control point. Should be able to warp over to the virtual division now. Up and to the left, okay. Sorry, ears starting to itch. I have these new headphones, they're very comfortable. Sennheiser $5.99 special edition. Getting a little used to it, like the bass, it has some bass, but it's not bassy overall. Like I've been using other, this is like open back so I can hear more of the room clearly. It's not like where you have a closed back, which is more sound isolation, which is what the other headphones I was using were. So it's a little bit different there. It's got more of like an overall tone, like you can actually hear like treble a lot more. So I'm used to things sounding a little more bassy versus a little more balanced. So I'm still getting used to these, but these are pretty comfortable. Synchronicity Lab. Ooh, that's actually an outfit I can get.
Why'd they keep an altered item here?
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. It's the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
Of course, I'm also pretty fucking dumb to not realize that the man's speaking backwards. I should be fired from my job immediately.
Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately...
Okay, so basically you go into the mirror, it's kind of like a parallel alternate reality. There's a puzzle here to solve, over being bigger pain in the ass.
Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours.
Mirror does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. Environment seen in the glass contains slight distinctions. Unknown why the mirror does this. Is there any blank? And it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind that reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting that as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. Specifically designed black rock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side or the mirrors for additional safety, blah blah blah.
Looks like there's a mirror in there. The shutters in the image look different. What am I missing?
Ugh, like I said, this is a pain in the ass. Basically, if I remember right, you have to make the two things here match to each other. I don't think there's a computer access terminal outside the ones here. Okay, same puzzle.
What do these shutters do?
Okay, so this one is showing 2 open, 1 closed, and this one is 1 open, 2 closed. And it's the opposite of what you want it to be, so this should stay open, closed, and closed. That's open. Okay, that's fine. And then this one should be closed because it's got to do the opposite and closed and closed. So this should no wait. And then these 2 actually need to be open because it's the opposite. So this is open, then this is open. With this closed.
What a weird way to lock something up.
Ta-da! Instead of stop and think about it. Through the looking glass.
Wait, that didn't sound right. Yeah, that's not good.
So now we can hear what the guy was actually saying.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen. I saw something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror. Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you! There's something in that fucking mirror!
Okay. I think I can explore out here for a little bit. I know I can't go through like the rest of the game, but this is like a little bit limited.
Did you see that? Someone's in there.
Hurry, Nano Master. Whoa.
Nej, vi ser prøver.
think I have to fight her myself.
That's not good.
I like how, like, the life bars Jesse is backwards.
Another one?
Hate that fight. It's always the last part's the trickiest one, because it takes the air, and then whenever you do something, it does the opposite. Naturally.
Nothing but a pale imitation. Another one.
Come down, please. I'd like to get the shit.
explains
Hate
why
that
they
fight.
locked this mirror up.
Or a little bit more. Oh yes. They decided to make like the world's creepiest children's show for unknown reasons.
Since little Topher is taking a trip with his father into the world outside our wonderful bureau, I think it's a good time to talk about secrets. Who can tell me what a secret is?
It's something you hide from everyone so they don't get scared.
Partially correct, Topher. A secret is something you don't tell anyone outside the Bureau, because people outside the Bureau
aren't ready for the truth of reality.
Very good. When you tell someone a secret, you're hurting their brains very badly. Now, let's review what exactly is or isn't a secret. First, we have a rainbow. Secret or not secret?
Not secret.
Correct. And the true version of rainbows?
Secret.
Correct. Cats?
Not secret.
Correct. And the Alpine Chimera?
Secret.
Topher. Too many slip-ups and your father will have to go on vacation without you. You don't want to end up like Meg, do you?
What? What happened to Meg?
I'm not allowed to go outside anymore.
Correct.
There are these episodes all over the place. They are by far like the creepiest thing you can find in this game. Let's see down here.
I wonder what the Bureau was doing with this thing. Well, it's cleansed now. The hiss is gone. It's dealt with.
Yay! New suit. Sucks you have to go all the way back here in order to, like, get a new suit put on. I got flowy things! Yay!
Fuck, if they're in there, we go around that way. No. I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Joe, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish.
And I won't let them stay hiss.
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. I'll be seeing you.
I gotta figure out how to get down to the turntable. Here we go.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby. There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Yeah, those things are kind of a joke. You just stand in one place, wait for it to pop out, then just smash it. Run around, it's a lot harder to stay in one place. It always comes up right in front of you, just smack away. Anything over here? No, okay. You did. In here? Nope. First slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There's lots of dolls. The house was empty, no one lived there. DF and JF, that's Dylan Faden and Jesse Faden, myself. House was empty, no one lived there. We played there a lot. That was our secret playhouse. Went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Most likely Neil Hosenberg, missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom Barlow, also missing, and his gang. Everyone's missing. Hugo and whatever bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation house.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction. As predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back. You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying. There is a curious correlation with...
Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys into the cave. There was a lot of them. We're like kids. More of the kids from the town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, and then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog. Like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up, thinking he liked being a dog. Projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. Heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school.
The yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world.
My box. Safe here. An altered world event occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power slide. Slide projector, blah blah blah, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. A specific set of slides are used in a projector. The projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, P6. Jesse Faden, 11 years old, P7. Playing at the local dump when they found the discarded slide projector. Team led by Dr. Trench and Dr. Darling arrived on the site on September 14th. Yay, my birthday! The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when the agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in town. All of them were brought for questioning and tests. And blank prime candidate files. It's my box. I'm bringing it with me. Oh, box family. Good job.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carnaval. The questions asked will correspond.
Let's see. After what happened in school with Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They've been using the temple slide, we called it that, but it was really a broken concrete thing, like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The Knot mother lived there with her babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys.
The fifth iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Billy?
Interesting, a lot of these pictures here with like the previous director, who's this guy here, now exploded, changed over when you become the director. So it'd be your face instead. Second slide, we called it the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful and intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. Must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. the dreams, everything was melting, and then we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We found he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary.
Most of the town.
It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump. Slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
Dylan claims that there's 8 slides. Jesse said there's 9. Bureau took 1 intact slide. And Bert remains with 6 others. Unfortunately, the slides are too badly damaged to use the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered the entirety of the Ordinary town dump to be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis. Yes, they brought the entire city dump there. With hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty pretty unbelievable.
You got skills. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources to be allocated to the blank department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately.
We should check that lab.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
There we go. Alright, but for now, everybody... Thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Of course, shoutouts to Unison over here on YouTube as I'm going through and streaming. So thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And anybody else who's lurking, lurkers are always welcomed on my stream. You guys are always cool. So I'll be back again streaming, hopefully back on Twitch, because that's where I have my bigger audience here, and I'll be checking out the YouTube stuff here, probably more in the future. But I tend to stream around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't know when that is, just copy and paste what I put in the chat here into Google. It'll tell you for wherever you are located in the world. Keep an eye also on my Twitter, which is Wursel555. So if something comes up, if I'm able to, like if I have to cancel a stream or start it earlier, later, whatever, you will know about it there. My plan for tomorrow is hopefully I want to play some Guilty Gear Strive. There is a free open beta right now, so like for anyone to download and play on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC. Guilty Gear Strive is a special build for this here. It's basically testing out crossplay. So basically, because right now, like if you buy it on PC, you can only play it on PC against other PC people. PS5 to PS4, but this is going to allow PC to everything, to PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, eventually Xbox when that launches next year. So, free test, you know, if you don't have the game, free to download, has all the characters unlocked. The only thing you can't do is a story mode, which is fine. But like arcade training, everything there is unlocked. I'm going to be playing that, hopefully on stream, and hopefully get some matches in and fight some real people. So I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully I will see you guys there, and until then, have a good one.